guys. It's nerves. So let's talk about Joe. There's this guy, Joe. I'm not supposed to tell you this, but just remember, this is like Ford and Chevy, okay? That's all made up. This is real. So if you're missing out on it, it's extremely troubling to me that if you see something and that's really real, that I witnessed with my own eyes over 10 years, everything you could possibly imagine and everything you couldn't even think of has happened to me. So I worry that the world is blind. This is your one shot. The reason you need to know this is because it'll help you understand everything else. What it does is it drops these barricades down. That's what happens. Your hypnotism walls come down. And I don't think this is wanted by someone. Hey guys. But when you're riding, it's nice and cool anyway. Look at this. You want to talk about crazy? I am the only one that does this where they make a parking spot for my motorcycle. And then this year when I saw not only that, but this isn't the big deal. They cleared it all. So they made sure they maintain it. Trust me, guys, okay? This would be devastation. This is high elevation, thick forest. Even the debris and pine needles would fall. There's no pine needles hardly at all. Like besides the ones you couldn't get up. And then watch this. This is, remember, you guys, you gotta trust me. I know it's crazy, but it's not. We were taught, you gotta trust me, okay? We were just taught to think things were. I don't know if it was to keep our nose out of it or what. Keep you from thinking about certain things. And then I see this. My parking spot, you guys. So I'm looking in at it, right? And I was like, I gotta stop because they did this. I know they did it for me. That's how they do their other stuff when they show you like something's in the ground. They always do this. That's an X, by the way, you guys. Right, they did that. I noticed these rocks that were never there before. There's no way that those rocks just appeared there without them helping. And it's an X. And there's some kind of floor mat there. I love that thing. I knew when I saw this from right there. How they do it? And look, if I don't want to touch it, look. I knew. You guys, I know it's for me. What we think is, okay, well, it's for you, then they should be having a circuit. It's not like that. This is way over our heads here, you guys. I've even asked God, please give me a sign today, please. It's already been proven to me like so many times, but I want it again. I want to know is what I'm doing. Am I over my head? Am I supposed to do this? I'll try not to do that too much to you guys anymore. Like I can't really help it. See what I'm saying to you. I don't mean to. It just flows in here, and I don't mean it's good or anything. It just comes out, and I can't help it. And then this has never been here. Like all of a sudden, you can walk, and if you look closely, it's all them. And I get things happen to me here, you guys. Look, there's this new seat right there. I mean, this is happening right here. There was a cow there. So I don't think that's from him. Like that was a long time ago. Looks like a 3-year-old one. Because I think they will come in here. Like right here. It's something I noticed. I think they want them to. That's the thing. Like we're so willing. Like we would think that they wouldn't share. It's like, no, you can't be there. That's my seat. No, they want them there. Because, like, if it's what better cover. So it's being pushed down here. You guys will know because I'm going to show you something really cool in a second. I'm going to show you some amazing stacked up rocks. Remember, I'm just stopping here to update, to see the differences. Well, actually, I saw them and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because meaning they're not going to let me pass. I got to stop. I find it amazing how this is blinded on the corner. Because you'd be surprised like how you can see out but not in. Now watch. Watch this. I always say I'm not supposed to be here right now. That's how this works. I am. It's just that I wasn't planning on it. I've had people here they will not recognize where I am, except maybe because I gave it away with the... Look at this. This is insane. You guys, there's one of the graves. Oh my God. I don't know. I just call it like, let's call it a grave like we do, you know, an X. It's just it's a structure name. It looks like a grave. Like, and it's been all moved recently, like in the last year or two. And it's surrounded all by this. I think I found that. Can anyone tell me if I found, I think I remember saying the same thing, but I can't remember. And then look what's next to it. Look at the detail. Remember, this can't happen. There's no wind in here, you guys, ever. These trees. Look at this. Brandon, you were right here. Look what they have done, you guys. We are filming today on the Galaxy 24 Ultra. No, I'm sorry, I wish. 23 Ultra. Well, we're using both. I got my Panasonic is on. Don't talk, Mark, no matter how zapped you get. Just be a human so that people that want you don't end up wanting to turn you off. Okay? Idiot. Talking to myself. I can't help it, you guys. When you're in these worlds, you can't help it. There's no one that will ever do this. You have my word of honor in this, that will ever tell you something different. I promise. Now, I think it's something not noticeable the first one or two times, you know? This is something you'll notice, though, especially if you take the video. I get home, I'm like, that whole entire thing was completely removed from my memory. Like a clip like this where I stopped by real fast, because it was so good by the time I got to the next place. If I had never seen the video, I would have forgot all about it, probably. Because it has something, and I see the video, I'm like, oh my God, thank God I can show this. Look at the X. See, it's happening right now. I'm going off topic. The way I can explain that, it's just thoughts in the simplest of minds, they're opening up. And there's not a whole lot going on in there. So that's a Trident X. It's got all kinds of, the Trident's so good that they filled it up so you couldn't see how good it was. Footprint right there. That's a footprint right there. Impression. Let's say impression. People are happier. Wow. Yeah, so someone marks this. Okay. I've been taking them down, and then I see new ones. It's where I say they trained them back there. I never get to see a person. If there was like people involved, they're doing it like invisible. It's like advanced us. I can't see them. No one's ever parked there that I can see. I mean, this easily could happen when I'm not here, but I would have seen it, and I'm seeing it's not for trees. No one's going to be cutting near here. It's all over here. They're not going to be allowed to cut here again for a long, long time. I just saw it. Where is it? Well, here they redid this structure. This used to be a completely different structure. I mean, you should find that fascinating alone. That just a few years ago, right here, it was mind-blowing. And then it was, I don't know what happened. The whole thing changed. And became this. I'll never understand quite that. Except that it's a system in language. But like, why was it the other structure and now it's that? It's got something to do, just the only thing I know to be true is that something to do with that spot. What's this? Wait for it, let's go to the rocks. That's where all the big seats are, right up there. I don't think we're going to go there today. This right now is just to give some people a quick update, so they'll know exactly where I am. And also just for this. So in 10 years from now, if I'm still here, I can.
All right, secret time. I've had enough of trying to play it cool, being respect. I mean, I'm going to still do this, but this is a guy I happen to know. Okay, his name is. I want you to meet him. Okay, he's there on purpose because he knows I will find him in the video. He's doing the best he can. I've shown him here a couple times earlier on, and then I stopped because I was trying to see. So his name is Johnny. Okay, because what happened, I don't name many people, but what happened was I was like, after like the third or fourth time, I go, here's John. I don't know why, because I already knew I was going to see him before, and it happened in my head, so I just named him Johnny. So his name is Johnny. He's real. He's also moved in a little bit. It happens very instantly, almost. Like as I turn, they can adjust and move, and it's something you catch over time. They do make mistakes. Johnny doesn't make too many.
Rock stacks aren't there. I'm gonna have trouble with that.
So you guys just remember, as you see these things, like it's not a tree it's not what you think. You'll see it over and over in all of our videos. Pick anyone that does this. They're set up. The confusion is the different beings. It's what's killing me. I love it, but it's also, who would have known how difficult this was going to be? Who would have known? You guys, when I used to be in Vail in work, I was based. My office was right at the base of the most insane place. I have never quite shown a place like what I did in the beginning, and still, they would never give me like any insight. I was like, they're there. They're telling me. I just thought it was like 3 special guys, or there's like the way it used to be. Mark, I saw him. I get this all the time. Well, not lately, but I used to. Mark, I saw him. I'd be like, who? I'd be like, I know what they mean, but I can't help it. I'm like, you saw him, huh? Wait for it. We're going to this. Wait till you see the change in the rocks, you guys. All I'm doing is talking about this, how it's matted down there, and it really looks like someone walked. It's in one of their walkway structures that are both tridents, and it's foot walking. It's amazing. Anyway, it's really, I want to say this over and over so you can understand, because I get it, you guys. When you're not living this life, you go out and you're just, all of a sudden you're in King's Supermarket or whatever you have by you. That's this reality we have, and it's hard to imagine any of this stuff is real when you're standing in that reality. I just want to make it clear. I completely understand this. It's very difficult for me even. I'm trying to get to the rocks, and I'm explaining why. It's just, never before have I not been able just to walk over there on one of their little trails, and now they have it all blocked to my left. So it's really taking me a long time. Then I see the rock stacking. There used to be a license plate there that was ripped off a motorcycle. Like, it was ripped physically. You could see the rip from it, which is almost impossible. So, and I'm saying, like, look, this is an elk. I'm like, that's what an elk does. You can see they don't go out of their way to create aliens and fairies on these trees. They know that someone will see what they create, never even look at it twice. Hey, look at that! Unless it was really blatant. Hey, look at the elk made by accident. They just don't process. And I'm very curious about why our lack of processing, I believe, is not an accident. I just want to know why. I'm not trying to change anything. I just want to tell secrets among us. That's it. Listen, please know better than to go out in the world and try to change it.
I believe it. I just want to show this because I wasn't there too. The old trident, and then watch. That was not there before. And I used to go right through this from the rock stackings. There was a license plate here. I'm almost sure they left it there for me because it was a motorcycle license plate, and it had been ripped off of the back of a motorcycle. Didn't fall. It was ripped, and I left it there. Look at this right now, Mark. Shut up. I speak for everyone that's listening to you right now. Shh. Sorry. I'm sorry. Wow. Remember, I'm not trying to make it wow for you. You got to understand how many times I've stood here. Maybe only 10, maybe less actually. 8. And it changes every single time. That's not true. It didn't change much. It was different last time. Look at this, you guys. Hey, I'm taking this one. Of course. Oh my goodness gracious. I didn't even look. I was like, it's probably a face. And then look. That's exactly what that is. You gotta use your imagination, but that's what that is. It's one of them. And it's all the way on the top. Look at that. You guys, wow. Show me, let me do this with you. Oh my God, look, it's like strong. It's balanced just right. Look, it even has like balancers on it. license plate. Gone. I'm 99% sure I left it here. It was ripped. You could tell someone grabbed it and with very much power just ripped it off of the bike. I would think they would know that, I couldn't use it, but I don't know.
I just want to remind people when I talk like this, this is all stuff that's on video. Like this spot, it used to be 2 stacks of rocks, but it takes me like a half an hour to go find this stuff, and I just don't have time. I'm doing this for free, you guys, more or less. I only have Patreon income. It's very low right now. I cannot thank the people enough that went there. I will remember your name for even if you leave today. I will just be, I'm so grateful that you are there. And I don't thank you good enough. I want to thank you so much that it makes your head explode. This is how I can accept it. I got to get the thank you out. Let me tell you a story. I have a friend of mine who helps me, out of the blue once in a while, like a decent check, like $500, okay? But he can't tell his wife, and he doesn't let me thank him. She's like, I'm on speaker all the time, and I'm like, Tom, thank you so much for. He's like, shut. He gets mad at me, and I'm like, it kills me because I don't want it. I do, but I need to be able to thank you. It's just a big part of me. It's a psychology-based person that needs to express his gratitude. So thank you guys so much for just keeping. Look, it's not just for me. This is going to lead and change people's lives forever. It already is.
I love you guys so much. I know sometimes I whistle too much. Hey, check this hill out. I can tell it's a special hill. I think you'll agree with me. Just by the white on the ground. Watch this. It's not too far from those white ones. It's right there. And I can't zoom all the way because my phone... Oh, there we go. That's 18 times. Right there, is that it? Yeah. Right there. They've done work, right? See where that whiteness is? I recognize it. Remember, you become extremely good at this, so I know exactly what I'm going to see when I go over there. Because I know what I've seen hundreds of other times when I see that and go over there. It's where they've done their work. You can spot it a mile away if you look. Remember, most people won't look or even remember to. Like, where? You guys, look at this. Oh. Get away. It was elk or something, or moose, look. I think. Right there. I can't tell, but look at all these rocks have been moved. Look how unique some of them are. Like, is that unique? I don't know. It just, compared to the other ones, it has like cool stuff. And then don't forget the other stack they were working off of. There used to be 2. It's amazing. This is how they mark this world. Like I'm telling you, if you go another foot that way, you're not even in it. I'll figure out as soon as it drops down. I think it goes this way. It's got to be right in there too. I never go in there because it's just, I don't think there's any reason to. Wow. I'll show.
So keep in mind, this has changed so many times. I know most of you will know. But as you go behind me behind me a mile and walk all different, like the square mile behind me has countless stacked rocks hidden way in the middle of the forest where no one's ever. You just won't go there. And I filmed them for you last year. So this isn't the only one, and it only really happens here, where they spend all this time stacking it, among my places at least.
Really quickly, it's not video, but it adds up. And so I have to eventually move these 10 or 20,000 pictures off to a hard drive. And eventually, you have so many there, it's hard to categorize. I don't have a secretary so that's why trying to look for a picture from, last year, the year before, and the year before is I can always do it. It just takes a long time usually. Because I got to go through so much stuff and I could be going too fast and maybe even skip over it, But I'll start to recognize here and then I'll do it that way. I love you guys. Let me see if I can make him do something. It's strange. All of these rocks have been slid around. Not all of them, but a lot of them. It doesn't look like a bear because they're like real little. Like footprints here. It could have been a bear. Remember, all this stuff goes on right with them. They love it. Look at that, you guys. It's not even a part of the tree. It was broken and put up there. This goes on here, you guys, more times than I can tell you. It goes for miles this way. And I'll tell you, when you're up there, it's these open giant fields, and they each have spots, and now they're starting to do this kind of thing in between it. I don't know why. Like, I'm having trouble even getting out of here. There's a store up right there. I don't want to be a used car salesman anymore, you guys. I'm not that smart. I just found something incredible. I thought the world would be more receptive. I didn't really think they would be. I just didn't know how bad the things were. The state we're in is crazy. And remember, you can't say that. It's been made to where we're forbidden to even mention that something's wrong with us. Remember, look at us as one. Don't look at yourself like, oh, I'm perfect. I do nothing wrong. It's probably true. But you got to lump us all in as one and then take a look at us. There's an average. Remember, if you're like in school and then the teacher does one of those curve tests, if there's 1 0, it could bring all those hundreds down quite a bit, you know. Look, everything's been lifted. This used to be on the ground there. They lifted it. All right, over now. What a perfect little walk. That was perfect because you got the little mound of dirt that looks like it's being worshipped and stuff put all around it. I didn't sleep a lot, guys, last night. I have a tremendous amount of thoughts going on. I'm trying to make decisions and I'm thinking and it's not going anywhere. Except that I should be here. You know, up here doing this. We don't realize as people because we don't want to. Sometimes I think someone's life, believe it or not, like I could live my whole life. And then only because of 1 second or 20 seconds or 1 day in my life will it matter to anyone else. Like where I'll be remembered. Now, I don't know. It's hard to say with this subject. Like maybe, it depends what happens. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired and zapped. Here's the start again. You guys, this is something I find every place they're at. It looks like the way the way we used to do it. We used to raise the graves. Remember, this is much bigger than it looks. 10, 12 foot being could be in there. This was dirt. It was an excavator that used to be underground. And that's why it's hardly growing a weed. There's no nutrients in it. Remember, you need your topsoil for that. This is clay. It's dirt that doesn't grow. So who turned that over then? If you want to be in denial all the time, give me the other answer. Why is that all set up? I'm being really nice. I'm not trying to ever give someone a hard time, you guys. You have to just understand how hard this is. After 10 years and getting up here every single time, it's really difficult. The first few years, it's exciting every single time, but that it really becomes a job. The anxiety, or I don't even know if I just call it that. Look at that. And I can't, while I'm here, I can't stop my emotions. Like I can't stop my thoughts from coming out. So that's what you're hearing. Please know that whatever I just said just now, I have no idea. This whole time I can barely remember what I said. Know that I don't think it's like good. Like I think it's important for people to know, okay? I'm not belittling myself. I just think that, look how clean that is. And it's this, like, I just think I should end this video. Look at this. It's kind of like a vlogging zap to death through the best place ever. I can't do it any other way. Hey guys, it's nerves. So let's talk about Joe. There's this guy Joe.
I'm not supposed to tell you this, but just remember, this is like Ford and Chevy, okay? That's all made up. This is real. So if you're missing out on it, it's extremely troubling to me that if you see something and that's really real, that I witnessed with my own eyes over 10 years, everything you could possibly imagine and everything you couldn't even think of has happened to me. So I worry that the world is blind. This is your one shot. The reason you need to know this is because it'll help you understand everything else. What it does is it drops these barricades down. That's what happens. Your hypnotism walls come down. And I don't think this is wanted by someone.
There's another guy, Joe Stanley. Hey, Joe. Shout out to Joe Stanley, who's been a part of Energy Overload and been around supporting us forever. He's a really great, nice guy. So, Joe, if you hear this, a different Joe. But of course, I've known you a lot longer. But new Joe isn't really new. He's seen every video. He knows everything. He's the one on the short. Go to my last short, or one of the last couple says footprints. I didn't check it except once, and it had 10,000 views on it. That's the guy talking is Joe. He's coming here. You know what he told me? He's a plumber, like a really good plumber. He's done. He's like, Mark, I want to be. Well, I don't want to put words in his mouth, because he's like, I want to be you. Like, well, I'll never be that handsome. He's like, I want to be. I don't think I'm handsome. I want to do what you do. That's what he meant. He does remind me of me, actually. Look at this. So he's coming here, may possibly move here after that, and he wants to do this, and I was like, hey, that might work, because then what we can do is, I was like, you should start a YouTube channel on your own, and then, like, I'm not looking to take on a partner, because, I mean, I probably would, like, not a partner, but I'd probably go out with him if he lived here a lot. I got to do some of this by myself. It's just been made very clear to me. If I had employees, like, in a sense, they'd be treated like gold, but it'd be in a sense like I was like paying someone. Like, it wouldn't be a high paid job, because even how hard it is, because it'd have to be someone with a passion. That would be the number one thing. I can't have anyone out here because it wouldn't go anywhere unless I know they're like most of you guys. It would be one of you. And then you get a paycheck. I'd be like, Hart, I need you to go. It's gonna suck. I need you to go to this place today. Bring your camera. Don't worry about what to do exactly. Just seek some of the secrets I've told you. Not you, but like him. Just go use some of my special methods that nobody knows about, and bring the footage back to me. At the end of the week, if 2 or 3 guys out there all the time, you'd be surprised what I would put together. It would be amazing, and the things that would happen to them, the rescue missions we'd be on. You get so lost up here. And then, of course, you have your last really good petrified leaner. What was that? I think it was something like moved right here, but I believe it was just a fly. Like, he was just in the right peripherals, but it made it look like it was down there. Anyway, look at that. That's so good. All right, so let me explain the things I don't tell you, because I didn't see. I haven't been here very long, because I want to go somewhere else. It's gonna blow your mind. You might not recognize. It's insane. It's gonna take me a bit. I'm gonna walk it right from here. Look how clean this is. It's clean. They put them in piles. There's so many of them here. That's what gets me, you know. What it is, it's not even, it's a dimension, but it's not. It's just, there's worlds occupying the same space. I can't even begin to process it. I told you, all real truth. All of it. Here's again, I have to say it. You just got to trust me right now, okay? I think you believe me anyway. All of it is almost impossible to believe. It goes against everything we've been taught. Whew. You want an analogy? Well, I said God. That's one of the things I've always struggled with is like, he has no beginning and no end. Now, how does something not begin or end? Like, I'll buy the no ending. Well, that must be military. That was weird. I don't know if the camera, I just got a blast of jet. It stopped. That was so weird, you guys. There was a jet right there. It went, and then it just stopped and it was all gone. There's no noise at all. If you hear that, that'll be interesting. If not, I'll just assume the role of crazy. This guy's crazy. Am I really? Are you sure about that? Be sure about that. I don't care that's one thing I really don't care. You can think I'm crazy all you want. Because I'm telling you, you're wrong. I mean, probably like in the real world, sure. Just like you think I have it together? No, I'm a disaster because of this and because of everything that's happened to me. And the lack of anyone just coming up and be like, Mark, you are doing an amazing job. What can we do to keep you doing this? I tell you what, we're not going to do anything. Thanks for the 10 years of videos. We learned it all already. Actually, you're not even close. I've just got you through the first day. Over and out.
He's not kidding. This voiceover marks the end of Unseen World 101. And now we are going to begin on a whole new journey that will melt your brain. And if you, when the people turn away, believe me, it's a good thing. You don't want everyone involved. It all happens for a reason. It's a known thing in our universe, like a godly thing. And they will not let certain people intrude. They're not ready. I can't explain it. People told me this for years, and I was like, no, that can't be. That can't be. It's sure looking that way. I see they're already programmed away. And then you have other people who are like completely on the other end of the spectrum, like that are all over everything and trying to show people and to peel these people away from Wall Street and their Xboxes is impossible. So people go to what's easy for them. I'm telling you, don't make your life too easy. I'm guilty of this over my life at certain times. It's a mistake. Always strive, work hard. Don't waste a second. Hey, sorry about the up and down. This is just 10 seconds. This was my short, but it's like the second or best trident here. It's insane. And I thought I refilmed it. I haven't seen it yet, so I just wanted to make sure you knew that was there. It's that good. And I could have sworn I re-recorded this sideways, but it's not looking like I did. I did, but never I went on from here, but didn't point it back up. And this trident to me is really important.
Also watch the Draper. I forgot I'm on a short. Look at that trident, you guys. Over and out. I'm trying to get to the land of the leprechauns. Now watch this. This is insane. I did a short because I never do shorts. There's tridents everywhere. I just like to show you the best ones, but let me show you what the other ones they do too. So you're not, because that's what they might do in your backyard. In any state, it'll just look like that. If you see that, they did it. It's not natural. Okay, never listen to people that don't know what they're talking about. There's no person on earth that knows really anything about trees. I'm not kidding. Right here. Yeah, like the basics, right? Like there's guys that'll blow your mind with tree knowledge, but it's still not. Like, it's not the real stuff. I mean, there's the real people are the ones who are telling you that there's actually some trees that are alive. Have you heard this yet? Like they feel pain and stuff as well. I'm not saying that tree. I don't know. That's a trident too. That giant, like one with all tridents. And because this is bordering the land of tridents. And if you go over there, it's insane. They're everywhere. Just standing in rows all together. And that's when I get like, I don't go there too much because I can't handle it. I get so like underneath their influence. I think this is a result of being too close, like just walking right into it. Most people have never walked into it before they're in their car or by a dirt road, trying to hit a tree while they're smoking a joint. This is why you've never gone anywhere in the subject. I mean this very nicely. Over now. Just trying to get back to the bike. They touched those. Some metal. You guys, I found so many of these over the years. I don't know how many times I filmed them, but I just remember seeing them so many times, probably every time. What? It's got new on it. Look. See? This has just been put there. Look how in there. Look. Look, it's in there where you can't take it out. Why? I don't mean to whine. Want to see what else I did? This is something I see in different places. Weird. Some spot back there. Let me show you something. Hold on. Because I'm stuck up here, if it rains, like it's getting really dark. They cleaned all this up. Right back there is one of their major places. This is Trident City. I drove over here on the bike. Look what they did. Wait till you see this. It's not just this. Okay? Nothing's been cut. Look at this. Look at the piles. Look at the piles. Look at the pile. They cleaned up the whole forest and brought the piles out. And you know why? Because I don't know why they do it, but no one will know. Like 1 million humans will drive by those piles, and they won't even look at them. Like their eyes won't even look. And if they did, yours might. But if most people they don't know they're supposed to be looking. This is the simple answer to everything. All you had to do was look, and you never did. Because you have to look with some tools. It's like nursery school level. Or maybe first grade. Look at that. It's amazing, these piles back here. Please don't rain. Please don't rain. I should have checked the weather. What was I thinking? It was so beautiful. I didn't even check the weather. Look, another pile. There has been some cuts out here, but it was a long time ago. Like fire jumpers. It wasn't for firewood. It was to make sure fire didn't spread. So I'm telling you, when you're in deep forest, no human spends time making piles of sticks. There's no reason to do it. You just won't do it. You never think about it, okay? It's so blatant. Nobody will. They want to get back home, get a beer, watch whatever they're going to do.
So this is bordering the land of tridents. Everything has changed. I was about to really just film there, and then you'll hear the thunder just goes boom, 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 right above me. But I get a couple good things before I end it. I really wanted you guys to see it. Remember, that's set up as a symbol. This is what they do.
I have my helmet on. I'm seeing things that I've never seen before, and everything's changed here as well. Like, this has never looked like this. These piles, guys. Like Harry says, you dig? I told Harry I'm going to steal. I can't say it good, though. Because Harry, who does this, he's the black guy that came out. I love Harry. He's like one of my favorite. That's what we need in this. Some personality, we need to diversify. So when Harry reached out to me, I was like, are you kidding me? You're the guy I've been waiting for. Oh, God. God, look at that. You guys, we're going to get this. I know their seats are over there. I don't think we're going to even go there. I have my helmet on and left everything. There's definitely wolves right here. Well, right near here. There's a tracking, you can watch them. Well, it doesn't show you where they are, but it'll show you on purpose, of course. But people would just destroy that, but it shows you where they've been. And they've been right here. So they could be here easily right now. Would they bother me? I don't think so. Look at that. You guys, this has never existed. Look at this. I love this place. The changes are insane. Look at that. I told you I would never show you that without a trident. And then behind it's all clear. This has never been here before.
Just at a guesstimate, I've shown their eating hundreds and hundreds of times, and I've never shown it to you without a trident. Ever. They'll have more tridents on their eating than they will X's. But the trident, usually there's an X there too, but the trident will always be there. Just keep that in mind.
Right here. Again, they do it again. There's a bone on top of the eating. Or did someone else show up that eats bones? Well, they're all chilling, most likely. No squirrels up this high, I need to emphasize to the one person. It's just a squirrel, Mark. He'd be the biggest squirrel that ever existed. He'd have to be like 10 times the size of me. And again, you can see all the footprints and all the seats and everyone sitting down and moving around right there. It's all discolored as well. It's from them. And if you didn't believe that, and you don't believe this, you are definitely at the wrong. I don't want you to leave. Please don't leave. Somebody ever say that? Like, if you're, then you don't need to. No, don't. I don't want you to leave ever. I don't even make money on this channel. I want your life to be better. So even while mine completely sucks, I have guys like Tim Smith who told me that, Mark, I had a gun in my mouth and your channel came on for some reason and I'm still alive because of it. It gave me hope.
Now, some stuff I skip over, I really want to say to you, okay? You cannot, these are all facts. It's a fact. It's as close as it can be to one from us. You cannot be at a spot like this without them watching you and all being in full knowing. You've got to remove, it took me years and years. I'm still struggling with it. You've got to remove the lack of seeing things. It's a knowing. You've got to, and as we zoom in on them while they're standing there as well, there's something that happens to us. There's some kind of incredible force in place on this earth, and it is fascinating. It's so fascinating. Like I said, I don't really want the world to know. I just want the people that one person from their town, which is every single person hearing my voice, besides the one where his eyeballs are spinning around in his head. I can't not say that because it's literally happening. He can't deal. He's getting angry at me instead of showing him stuff that's melting his mind. He's going to turn it. The easiest thing to do is turn it towards me instead of just processing that maybe the information he has is not complete. Over now.
Did you hear that? Everything sounds like Bigfoot with your helmet on. I can't hear anything. Look. Hey, honey, look what the wind did. Just be really glad you're not one of those people. Trust me, be really glad you're not one of those people. You guys, I would swear. I'm not even suggesting this. I think, I really do. I have no evidence or nothing. It has nothing to do with a little bit to do with what I do, because I'm in so many genres with different people and videos being sent to me secretly. And I would never be able to give you one example, but I just feel like, where are all these people coming from? How could humans be special? Here's me with my logic. How are we special? I don't feel special at all. And I'm borderline the unseen world. I'm like a janitor. I'm just doing my job among them. It doesn't make me special. I'm not the chosen one. It's ridiculous. And if I was a chosen person to do this, it's not because you were special. It's because you just happen to be the right person. Like, you're in the right place, the right time. Your life, you could fully dedicate all your time. They seem to be aware of all this. Oh, shit. All right. You guys, this is a really bad place to get stuck. Let me go. Let me go. I really want to just take you into this where I know they are right now. Look at that. Oh, shit. Can I run from it? I'd have to go out to gypsum because that's coming right from the way I go home. Oh man, you guys, because I'm not worried about getting wet as much as I am about the mud on the road. Your bike just falls right over. It's like ice. All right, give me a sec. Show you that and say trident again. So now the person, oh my God, there's another one. You can see that one. This is almost at the bike. Now that a person, that they're like, Mark, I have a trident, but I'm not sure. But it's a trident. That's a trident structure. It doesn't have to have the third one, even though usually they do. You'd be like, I don't see the third. Well, it's good enough for them. That's the third. And it doesn't have to be. As long as it's a V like that, it's the symbol. So it means the same exact thing. So if I say trident, it almost always does have the third, but it doesn't need it. Me and Joe were talking about that. It could just be. And then I got this one, which is definitely there. It's like a trail marker trident. And there's rain behind it. Super bummer. I'm at the top of the world. It's going to drop dramatically. Dramatically. Did I say dramatic? It's going to drop drastically in temperature if it rains. I don't mind when the sun goes away a little bit. It's kind of a break. It's kind of nice. But look at that black X, you guys. But when you can't drive and you're stuck in the bushes and stuff up here and there's nobody and I don't want to be there. Like, oh my God, look at that one. I got to show you this, guys. Me talking aimlessly because of the vibes that come through me here. Do you guys trust me on that? Please tell me you do, because it's very important, because I only want to be here and keep doing this if you like it, or if it's helping you or help someone. It's always done that, but like I said, I'm probably not the highest self-esteem. I need reassurance. Mark, you're so good. It's not even that. I just want. I'm only here now. It was different at first, but I'm only here now because I've gotten so many. I'm so answered, and it's quite the burden to walk with. And unless it's helping you and you really appreciate it, seeing not what I said, but what I showed you. Remember, the talking is a nerve thing. I have no choice. It's getting worse and worse. I can't control the feelings that they give me in there. Oh, wow. That's really, really good, you guys. If you look into a forest and see that, you know you're good. Oh, I already know that spot over there, but I never saw that. Can we see it? I hope we can see that. Look at the white trident, you guys. It's just a white, real, like club-like white little trident. They're right in there. I don't know how they do it. They won't help me with it. It's so protected from humans that I can tell of this. Not everything. They want you to know they're there. They'll have some fun with you. They'll do this. They'll do that. But they will not. Look, that's kind of weird. At my other motorcycle spot, usually I don't park here, but there was another one touching where I just happened to park last time. Could it be a coincidence? I guess. Nothing's a coincidence in this. Trident. Right there. It's a giant trident. What about the teepee? I'm so happy. You guys know that all the effort I made to come up here today, it's brutal. I told Robert, I looked at him today, he's like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't want to go. It's where I'm going today. It's so hard. And it's mostly because I've done it so much times in my tires. I got to get new tires. When you're this far away, you always want to have new tires every year. And he just looks at it. He just saw it in me. Robert's a really kind person. He kind of sees the real me, kind of like my mommy. A lot of people don't see the real me. And it's hard. I have a disability, so it's hard. People never acknowledge you have a disability unless you look like you have one. Over and out.